We unload the trucks tonight for round one of the Northern Capital Truck Series for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com for 95 laps. We see what took place last night in the ARCA Series and got a pretty good idea of what is going to transpire here tonight. However, tonight we will see a lot more bump drafting here. These guys are going to be bumper to bumper. Unlike what we seen last night, they were spread out for the most part, but there was a lot of three-wide action for sure last night in the ARCA Series. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in here tonight. Of course, myself, Joshua Medlock, on a microphone with you alongside tonight. And this time he is actually with me, not having a hiccup on his microphone. Stephen Dane joining us this season for all 15 races of the Northern Capital Truck Series. Stephen, glad to have you, buddy. And I think we're going to see tonight what we seen last night, but I think it's going to be a little bit more intense.
Absolutely, man. It is so great to be back up at the booth with you. It's been a while, I know. I fudged up a little last night. I was supposed to be here last night, but had some other stuff going on, so more really important stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's great to be back. I went back. I watched most of the race. I was in chat while I was out and about, and it was some good racing. Hopefully we get to see that again tonight.
Well, Stephen, I think we will see that here again tonight. But, you know, I was talking about just a second ago about the draft. You know, last night in the ARCA Series, it wasn't really bumper to bumper. You can't really go bumper to bumper in the ARCA cars. These trucks, though, you can if you can get with your teammates that are in the same vehicle as you. So if they're in a Toyota, more than likely, you know, you're going to bump draft with them. The Chevys and the Toyotas, they don't bump draft as easy, but you still can if you have to. So I think a little mix-up on the track here tonight between the two trucks is going to take place.
Yeah, man, it should be a great race. Like you said, you know, you get that little bump off to one side or the other, and that can cause chaos really fast. You just got to make sure those bumps are square in the trunk, and you know, just make sure you're getting up there and not throwing yourself. You know, you're going to have some guys, you know, they're going to start to open up the second and third lane and stuff, and they're going to be making these runs. If you're going to go up there and block, you better be good and sure that's what you want to do.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's going to turn out too good for you.
Oh, yeah, you know, and we are going to see some blocking for sure. But, you know, there are rules in the rule book for Extreme about blocking. Stephen, you race with the guys. You know very well what that rule book states when it comes to blocking. Of course, we'll get all into that later on. But we do need to take a look at that pre-race analytics here real quick. We've got an air temp of 65, a track temp of 79. It looks like there's some sun out there. I expect some heat to build up there on the track, but I don't think it's going to be, you know, up in the hundreds, you know, as we go on. I think we will see it cool back off. But right now, 79, 95 laps, 237.5 miles. Like yesterday, tires not going to be a problem, Stephen. 50 to 60 laps on the tires. I've got fuel window at about 26 to 32, and about the same as yesterday. But in the draft, you can save more fuel than if you are up in front. So that could very well go from 26 to 35 for some of the drivers that are in the draft.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And I think that's going to play a big role tonight, too. You know, you're going to have these guys coming off the track to pit at different times and stuff. You just got to watch out for that guy dropping to that apron. Don't get caught up behind him. You know, you're doing 180, 190, however fast these trucks go. I think they can tag 190 up mid 190s, but you definitely don't want to catch that guy dropping to 120 and you know, eat that back bumper.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, pit road speed, 60 miles per hour. Pace speed, going to be 80 miles per hour here. Same as yesterday, though, Stephen. You got to be careful coming down pit road. We see coming down pit road what happens on those older tires, even on the run that they had with the cautions that we had. You can mess up on pit road, on that apron coming into pit road. We seen that crash there, didn't bring out a caution. We could possibly, a potential, see that here tonight.
Yeah, man, definitely be careful. You know, those older tires are going to be a lot slicker. You're not going to want to dog it as hard into pit road. I mean, obviously, you're going to want to get there and get your stall and do what you got to do. But you're definitely not, you know, say someone pitting on lap 5 is not going to brake, or is going to be able to use a lot more brake than someone pitting on, you know, lap 55.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, yeah, you're going to have that different tire window, the fuel window, of course. You know, I think strategy, it's going to play a big factor here this evening. I see some different paint schemes out there. I did refresh trading paints twice already. So hopefully I've got everybody's. If not, I will do it again during the national anthem. That is what we're going to be coming down to, Steven. But we got qualifying coming up and the drivers meeting, as we always do here at Extreme. So everybody stay tuned. We got 35 current viewers here tonight. We got 8 likes. I mean, I know what we hit last night. I know we can do that again tonight, folks. Let's get it shared out there. Let's get some people up in here watching, because this is going to be another fantastic Daytona race here with the Northern Capital Truck Series for Extreme Motorsports 99.com here tonight. So we're going to step away, play the national anthem. We will be right back.
Real quick before you step away, what was our live viewer count last night at the highest? 170?
179 at peak, and we hit 80 likes before we ended the stream. That was amazing.
Yeah, man. Let's set ourselves a little goal here tonight, man. What do you want for live viewers and likes tonight? I mean, you saw last night. I definitely think we can get the crowd here. What's our goal tonight?
I'm gonna shoot for the same. Shoot for the same plus more.
that would be awesome, man. Let's make this happen. Hope it's great. I'm in here with you tonight, and got a little bit more coverage throughout the race. So we should make this happen. But I'll let you get back to doing what you were doing.
All righty, folks. The national anthem coming up now.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallant
Alrighty, folks, we're back live here on MaxSpeedTV. We have a hiccup. We are going to have to reset the lobby here tonight. It is open qualifying. It is not supposed to be per Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. Do apologize for that, but it does happen. It is set for, I believe, close qualifying, but it is open and it's not supposed to be. And I was just informed under the national anthem about that. So we are going to step away. Don't go anywhere, please. We got 46 watching right now. I want to keep everybody in here and bring more in here as well. We're going to switch lobbies. We're going to step away. We're going to have some music playing in the background. But don't go anywhere, folks. We will be right back.
Man, I tell you what, just going to jump up in the booth here tonight, and I didn't really realize you guys were actually live right now, but got 1,000 things going on here in TeamSpeak. But hey, with a big shout out to our fans out there. Hope you guys tune in here tonight. Root for these guys on. I think you're going to see an excellent show here tonight with our Northern Capital Truck Series, and Joshua, Stephen, Dean up in the booth. These guys are going to give you all the action lap by lap. And Stephen, how are you doing tonight?
Well, I'm making it tonight. I had a little hiccup last night, but we got everything figured out, and I'm here tonight, and I'm super excited to be back for another season doing this, and I appreciate you guys for the opportunity, and I'm ready to call this race.
Fantastic. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to wish you guys the best of luck up here in the booth. I will join you guys a little later in the booth, so forth, and hopefully we can do some shout outs. I'd like to let those guys know that, hey, I'm keeping an eye on those fans out there and love to see them in here. Look at that. I done saw Tommy Haynes, and good to see he's out there tuning in, watching us here. Brandon Kennedy, of course, we appreciate you being here. Brian Odell, Pierce M. And tell you what, I'm going to stop right there because, man, that list keeps getting longer and longer every time I look at it. So, hey, that's fantastic. Had 180 people to join in and watch the race last night. Hey, Joshua, do you think we can beat it tonight?
I think I think we can beat it. I really do. I think we're gonna get close to that number. We're already at 61 here concurrent right now with 16 likes already. People are sharing it, Rick. They're getting that information out there. Right now, we're going to get into qualifying here tonight. And then, of course, the drivers' meeting, as we always do here at Extreme. And then we're going to rock things off here with round one here at Daytona. I think these guys are ready.
Hey, Rick, I told him I wanted 200. We talked about it on the break. I'm like, we gonna try and make this. You know, he's like, oh, we're going to get the same as yesterday. I said, no, we're going to get 200 tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave this in y'all's hands. I'm leaving it in good hands. I know that for a fact. And, hey, I'll join you guys a little later tonight. But definitely want to say thanks to the fans out there tuning in with us tonight for our Northern Capital Truck Series here tonight. Hey, getting ready to get started. Moments away.
Yes, we are. Stephen, qualifying is officially underway here tonight, and we're actually going to catch the whole 5 minutes of qualifying here. So, you know, kind of, who do you expect here tonight, you know, to kind of, I would say, steal the thunder here at Daytona? It's anybody's race. Anybody can win it.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you the truth. I really don't know. There's so many new names, you know, you got so many old heads. And it's a super speedway, man. It's a crapshoot. Anybody could win this. You could have someone get their first career win here, and you know, that would be pretty awesome. First extreme career win here. But this is a great track for that to happen, and we'll see.
Well, I think my pick here tonight is going to be somebody that he races over here at Extreme Motorsports. But he doesn't race ovals that I've seen. But he is joining the truck series here. And his name is Elvis Rankin. Now, I'm looking for Elvis to bring some of the road action here to Daytona. We may even see him doing some slipping and sliding here. That's going to be my pick here tonight. The number 9 of Elvis Rankin.
I'm not even gonna lie, my iRacing crashed, so I wish I could tell you what number I'm pulling for. I'm trying to pull it up here.
Oh man, boy, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Well, right now, Brian Wasserman, we know him from last night when No Hood Wasserman is what I'm gonna call him. He had that hood up there, right up. He couldn't see nothing, and well, right now he's currently running in 5th, now in qualifying as M. Shane Lee gets up that top spot. Patrick Desaunier. I know I didn't say that correctly, so I'm just going to call him Patrick D. Currently right now in 2nd. Orlando Rivera currently running in 3rd. Scott Brooks 4th. Brian Wasserman, like I said, in 5th in qualifying. It is close qualifying, and we do still yet have a lot of qualifiers coming out. Looks like Curtis Vollmer out there coming right now just out off the pit road. He's going to have to go all the way around to the backstretch and come out onto the backstretch before coming onto the track to get up to speed. But right now, we have some qualifiers that have already put in a time. I mean, 23 drivers have put in a time right now. Austin Hill currently sitting right back in 20th in qualifying. But it's just qualifying. You know, these guys are going to put different times in qualifying. Ron Shoot currently running right there in 13th. Randy Rankin out there in chat, I guess related to Elvis Rankin. I did not even know you were even out there, but I knew Elvis was going to get his start this season, and I thought it was going to be interesting to see kind of what he can do here in the oval side of things. It looks like Steven has disappeared on me, trying to get everything worked out on his end. That is fine. I'm sure he'll be right back. Oh, Nick Hunt, that 00 Serve Pro machine, currently inside the top 10 in qualifying, currently running in 9th. Joe Johnson back in 28th. He didn't really put in a time. It looks like maybe his time just did not work out. Still, we now have 3 drivers that are up to speed. Curtis, Casey Duncan, and Elvis Rankin. We'll see where these 3 drivers go, and we're going to be coming down to the end of qualifying in about 6 seconds. I'm sure they will let them finish their lap, but we're going to be looking at it here. Tommy Haynes out there saying 4 wide. We're probably going to see that. Hopefully not too early in the race. But Steven, it's possible. I mean, we could see 4 wide early. I think we're going to see 3 wide early here tonight. Hopefully it's not, on lap 3, but I think it's going to be early.
Yeah, absolutely, man. 3 wide here is inevitable. I've seen 4 wide, and I've seen people make it work. I feel like this track's wide enough for sure to handle the 4 wide. It's very tight, but it can work. And I am back on. I am watching qualifying now. So,
okay.
I'll tell you what, man. It's been, my racing's been really weird lately. Just keeps giving me that received throughput error. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
oh man.
And it happens every day. I don't get it. I got to figure something out, but hopefully it won't happen again tonight. So.
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't. All right. Well, looks like qualifying is going to be coming to an end. It looks like Elvis is still out there finishing his lap, but the drivers' meeting is going to be starting here momentarily, if it hasn't already started. Right now, though, Nicholas of Roman in the top spot in qualifying, Steven. Nicholas, we're very familiar with that name. He is one of those familiar names that we know. So, even though Nicholas does have the pole here currently, that does not necessarily mean Nicholas is going to come away with the win because, well, like we alluded to earlier, it is a crapshoot. It really is.
For sure, man. Pole, it doesn't mean anything here. It's nice to start out front, but, you can see a guy go from the pole to dead last in half a lap. It's wild. Who was your pick to win tonight?
My pick is Elvis Rankin, actually.
Okay, I'm gonna have to make mine now that I can see everything here. Who should I go with? I'm definitely gonna go with one of the old heads, one of the guys I know that can run these trucks. And I'm gonna be, I don't know if it's biased anymore. We don't run together anymore, but I'm gonna take the 87 Zach Ogburn to pull it off here tonight.
Well, we know Zach Ogburn as well. Do apologize if you hear some noises behind me. That's my big doggy. She's putting her 2 cents in. Maybe she wants to do some broadcasting. Might not be what you can understand, folks, but, maybe your animals, if you got them, can understand it. Well, all right, we got 76.
A couple more viewers there.
yeah. We got 77 watching here currently, 22 likes. I do see some questions in chat. Jacob Bell Racing is no more. Jacob Bell Racing kind of broke apart. Different drivers went to different teams. So they do not have anybody out here per se. But some of the other members, Steven, are still out here or some of the other former members are still out here racing with new teams.
Yeah, trust me, I definitely feel the heat and the heartbreak from Jacob Bell Racing. You know, that's where I ran. I crew chief for Jake quite a bit and stuff like that. Man, had a great time. It was a great team. But yeah, I mean, pretty much everybody's still out here. We just didn't come back as a team this year. It was kind of, I don't know the exact reasoning. I don't want to, put a reasoning out there for anyone's decisions, but it just, I don't know. He just felt. I think Jake said something along the lines of he just kind of lost the competitive feel or something along those lines. So they're just not running as a team. We all still talk. We're all still good friends, and stuff like that. So, but like you said, I believe there's at least one driver in every series that is a former Jacob Bell racer. They're just racing under different banners now.
Yeah. Well, speaking of one of the changes, I didn't go over it last out, but I will tonight. One of the changes for Extreme Motorsports is, last season there was 2 drivers in the K&N, there was 2 in trucks, 3 in Xfinity, 4 in the Cup. Well, this season there's only 1 driver that's going for points. Now this is points drivers. 1 driver going for points in the ARCA. Okay, in the trucks there's 2. In the Xfinity, there's 3. In the Cup, there is 4. So it's kind of a stair step going up from the bottom to the top in the series for Extreme Motorsports. That kind of sets the field to where the lower guys, they might have teammates out there running independent, but they're the ones going for the points for their team. Like tonight, there's 2 going for the points for their team, but they may have other drivers out there running independently that maybe could help. That a lot of things in that sense has changed. It makes it, I would say, more interesting and entertaining.
Yeah, it definitely adds a different aspect. Especially on the team side, those team owners are having to pick and choose who they want to run for their team points. I mean, obviously everyone gets their own individual racing points for the overall standings, but I feel like that adds a whole nother factor. Geez, I can't even talk tonight. A real factor to this league, making it so much more realistic and stuff. They actually have these guys going for team points. There's a team points championship, and it just makes for some really good racing, especially when you get these guys out on these super speedways that are teammates and hook up. Man, that makes for an awesome show.
Oh yeah, it sure does. Well, we got about 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes coming down to that here in the drivers meeting. Let's kind of talk. I did write down a note, but since we changed lobbies, that really is not a factor in this lobby. So I won't go ahead. I won't won't say that note there. So let's go ahead and kind of go down through the top 10 here in qualifying. Nicholas Roman is going to grab the pole. Jeff Glockner in second. Edward Moore Sr. third. Todd Cray in fourth. And M. Shane Lee going to be fifth in qualifying. Steven, go ahead and run through 6 through 10 real quick.
So, sitting in sixth, the 6 of Rick Christensen. 7th will be Bryce Senesac. Hope I'm saying all these names right, man. Correct me if I'm wrong. 8 will be Bradley Wetzel. 9th, Curtis Vollmer. And rounding out the top 10 is the 00 of Nick Hunt.
All right. Well, that is the top 10 in qualifying. Of course, we'll grid them up here in about 7, coming down to 7.5 minutes. But we got 81 people out there in chat right now. 25 likes, 83. It just popped up too. Got a lot of viewers out there talking about the race, asking when it starts. It is going to start here in about 7 minutes once they get through the drivers meeting. So once they get done with that, then the timer will count down. We'll get them up here on the grid, and then they'll get that one lap to pace and get ready to go. All right, I see Cameron Hearn out there, Rivertown to Racing, Tommy Haynes, Brian Odell, Brendan Kennedy, Cody Kempner out there, Kayla Beasley, see Zach Willard, Sandra Gillian out there, Everett Grover, Gann Motorsports, Pierce M., Christian DeBoer, Dustin Stickley out there in chat. RF99, Ryan Douglas, man, awesome. Dennis Ainsman out there as well. Randy Rankin. Raz Racing. See, Stephen Dean's out there also in the booth with me here tonight. And I know there's a lot of people. Shane Young out there in chat. I know there is a lot of people that is not talking as well, but I do want to give a shout out to all of you fans out there tuning in. Looks like we got Jeremy Allen in chat. Got to keep an eye on the fans out there. 88 concurrent right now. 88 of you watching. We're still waiting on the drivers meeting here. We're going to try to get the pole sitter up here. That's going to be Nicholas Vroman. Try to have a chat with him.
Yeah, I'm ready, man. This is gonna be fun. I'm ready to see the green flag wave. The suspense is killing me.
Yeah, it is. I don't know what is going on with OBS here, but it keeps muting me for some reason, folks. I do apologize for that.
Must be that storm.
Well, it's not quite here yet, but it is coming.
For all of you that don't know, if Josh does happen to disappear, I will continue this broadcast, and hopefully that doesn't happen. But I'll be here for the entirety of the night, so let's get her done.
Well, let's hope my internet holds out. That's the biggest thing, because if the internet don't hold out, then, well, we won't be doing much talking. All right, well, go ahead,
Won't
Steven.
be much on the screen either.
Yeah, unfortunately not. Well, it looks like qualifying is, or driver's meeting is over. So let's see here if we can find our pole sitter real quick.
I have him. Would you like me to move him?
Yeah, drag him up here, please. Nicholas Roman, buddy. Joshua the booth. Got a copy. Nicholas Vroman, Joshua the booth. Bud, got a copy.
Well, that ain't no fun.
That's no fun. Go ahead and drag him back down to his team there, if you would, Steven. All right. Well,
I'm sure second place. We could probably get him.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know
go
that
ahead and get
name.
Jeff Glockner up here. Yeah, we'll go interview the outside pole sitter.
Let me find him really quickly.
I want to say he is going to be in.
I got him.
All right. All right, Jeff Glockner, buddy, got a copy? Real quick. Jeff Glockner, real quick, buddy, got a copy?
I guess nobody wants to talk to us tonight.
Well, 0 for 2 tonight. All right, well.
Hello?
Go ahead. Oh, Jeff, man, there you are. Real quick, man. Outside pole here tonight, buddy. How you feeling?
I'm doing good.
You ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready to get the season started.
All righty, buddy. Well, we just want to get a word from you. Outside pole here tonight. Congratulations. Only 9/100ths of a second behind Nicholas Vroman there, but it's going to be close during race time for sure. Jeff, good luck down there, bud.
Thank you, sir. I just want to put a shout out to Russ Anderson and Northern Capital for sponsoring our series.
All righty. I'm sure they appreciate it. Good luck, Jeff.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I think he is KAR, Kicking Asphalt Racing. Well, it's that time. Get him down here on the grid. We'll let iRacing do its reset here, and then we will grid them up. All right, the MaxSpeedTV starting grid here tonight. Nicholas Vroman grabbing the pole with the 52.154. Congratulations to Nicholas on grabbing the pole. Jeff Glockner going to start on the outside of him in second. Edward Morris Sr., we seen him last night into the ARCA. He's back at it here tonight, going to be starting third. Todd Cray fourth. M. Shane Lee fifth. Rick Christensen sixth. Bryce Sidisak seventh. Brad Wetzel eighth. Curtis Vollmer ninth. And Nick Hunt going to round out the top 10. Steven?
Sitting in 11th is going to be Dwayne Dunn, 12th Nolan Neiman, 13th Jarrett Lipstruer, 14th Alan Hilton, 15th Ron Shute. Sorry if I mess these names up. 16 Scott List Rambler, 17th Gary Wells, 18th Kyle Knapp, 19th Jeremy Clifton, and 20th Patrick. I think you call him Patrick D.
Patrick D, that's what I call him. All right, Orlando Rivera, 21st. Brian Wasserman, 22nd. Keith Haney, 23rd. Austin Hill, 24th. Matt Alverson, 25th. Scott McClendon, 26th. Scott Brooks, 27th. Cody McFadden, 28th. Elvis Rankin, 29th. And KC Duncan, 30th.
Joe Johnson sitting in 31st, James Thorndike 32nd, Zach Ogburn 33rd, Michael Atkins Jr. 34th, Brad Slaughter Jr. 35th, Randy Perdue 36th, Pierce Moffitt 37th, Doug Blackman 38th, Blair Patterson 39th, Joshua Gillen 40th, Chris Canfield 41st, James Haney 42nd, and Randy Kruder 43rd, rounding out your field.
43 truck drivers out here tonight. A full field. Man, Steven.
It's party time. Let's get her done.
Yes, it is.
I think I'm more excited to hear the Josh Medlock famous first words of racing. Let's get her done.
Well, that will be happening here, coming around in a full lap, Steven.
I know these pace laps are killer sometimes. Whew, I've definitely run this track. This one in Talladega, they are tough to sit there behind that wheel and run these pace laps.
Yeah, man. Oh, man. Well, on the backstretch here, about a half a lap. I sense a lot more bump drafting here tonight than last night, Steven, as we come around 3. the most famous words from Larry Mack. What did he say?
I guess we're going to have to wait and find out from you.
Well, he does say, pull those belts tight. One more time.
I got to brush up on my NASCAR history here.
I think that was Larry Mack. Alrighty,
Couldn't
folks.
tell you, but I'm going to figure it out.
All right, out of turn number 4, Nicholas Roman on the inside. Pace car going to make its elusive dive to the safety of pit road. Nicholas Roman going to be in control. Pace car is off. The green flag is out. Boogity, 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 folks. We're racing at Daytona. The Northern Capital Truck Series round 1 here tonight.
Looks to be a really good start here. See how long it takes them to single it up, if they will single it up.
I don't know if they'll single it up. They may just go ahead and take it too wide throughout the race. Already braking. We already see drivers pulling to the apron here. The 00 Nick Hunt, 48 of Curtis Vollmer, even back further. The 39 of Dwayne Dunn pulling back. This is a product of getting with your teammates if you can. So we'll see them do this a couple of times on the backstretch just so they can get with their teammates. First lap, gonna go to the 95 of Nicholas Roman. You don't get a bonus point for leading a lap, but you do get a bonus point for leading the most laps. And that's just one lap down for Nicholas Roman.
Yeah, we'll see if he can keep this up. I know it's going to be tough to stay up there all night. I definitely don't foresee it. You know, a lot of lead changes here tonight, and should be a lot of action. So we still got guys down here on the backstretch or down on the apron in the backstretch, just trying to file to the back here.
Yeah, it looks like Brad Wetzel. Let's see here if I can get back a little bit further. We see them. They are fanning out here. They are going single file for the most part. Jeff Wagner still on the outside across the stripe. Yo-9, Bryce Sinisak to his inside. Boy, I thought we was going to see our first 3 wide up here because, well, that 09, I thought he was going to go to the inside of the 8, but he doesn't do it. But boy, look at the run. Jeff Wagner's getting on the outside with the help of Todd Gray. Side by side for the lead. Roman, Glockner, Senior up here. That'd be Edward Morris Senior. Todd Gray, M. Shane Lee, Bryce Sinisak, top 6. Alan Hilton, Rick Christensen. Boy, Rick, man, last night, and he was rocking and rolling. Nicholas could lead that lap again. Rick Christensen having one heck of a race last night, Steven, but just could not pull out the win. And what is that primetime number 6 going to do here tonight as he gets a second chance, really, at Daytona?
Absolutely, man. It's kind of, a lot of these guys that are running both multiple series, they get kind of a little warm-up in the lower division, and they come up here and make it happen, in these upper division. That's what I guess that's a pretty good strategy. You have guys run 2 divisions, and you have a practice night, and then you have your for real night, so it's a pretty good idea.
Oh yeah, on the 28 on the outside of the Serve Pro, Ron Shoot out there, battling up there with Nick Hunt on the inside, also in a Serve Pro machine. And if my memory serves me correctly, Nick Hunt and Ron Shoot teammates out here alongside Casey Duncan and Austin Hill. For that would be 4X Racing, one of the new teams out here. M. Shane Lee to the lead, a new leader here, making a pass on Nicholas Roman. This is why Daytona, the lead is so important.
Yeah, these guys trying to get to this lead, man. You know, they're trying to keep their trucks cool too. You definitely can't stay in the draft forever.
No,
that
no,
truck will
no.
overheat, that motor will go boom, and you know, there goes your night. So you definitely want to keep that motor cool. Try and get out there and get you some of that clean air, and just make it happen, man. You know, it's a little bit better on fuel as well, being out front too. So just being pushed from behind.
Alrighty, 3 wide up front, 3 wide for the lead. Jeff Glockner to the outside, Roman in the middle. The 8 there of M. Shane Lee on that inside. That 3 wide did not last for long, but they're still 3 wide as the 24 is caught on that outside. Oh, is that really where you want to be here? 7 laps into the race. Oh, we're wrecking already, folks, and it's going to be a big one. Oh, the 8 upside down, the big one at Daytona here tonight already. The 00 involved, the 8 involved. Let's go back and take a look at it here on the MaxSpeedTV replay. Well, as I was alluding to, Steven, is that where you really wanted to be? 7 laps into the race, 3 wide?
Yeah, I don't think that's what they wanted to be. You know, there's a lot of race here. There's definitely no reason to be pushing. I mean, he might have gotten shuffled out. I wasn't quite focusing on there.
There it is.
He might have just got shuffled out of that middle and ended up being in the back. So, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you just can't help a 3 wide this early, but you definitely don't want to do it if you can help it.
Oh, no, you can't. I'm trying to find, I believe that is going to be the 21 of Jeremy Clifton in the middle of this 3 wide right here. And right there, contact made between the 21 and the 8. That sends the 8 up right in clipping that left rear of the 22. The 8 goes hard into the wall, and then he just goes for a ride on his lid. We see the 28 getting involved, and then everybody just trying to get around. There are so many drivers caught up in this wreck here. Man, I don't even know who to go on board. In the 44, get involved, the 22. It looks like there. Let's go on board here with the 8 and kind of get a perspective of that 8's machine. And, you know, it just happened so quickly. He really had no time to react when the 21 came down to hit that right rear. Let's go here on the 8 of M. Shane Lee. And a disclaimer, if you get motion sickness, you might not want to watch. But, man, what a hard lick he took topsy-turvy on his lid. He goes flipping. He does land back on all 4s, but, man, you're going to have some heavy damage on that number 8 machine as we go back live and go back up to the front. Nicholas Vroman still holding strong.
Yeah, that's tough for some of these guys, man. 7 laps in, and you got a lot of tore-up trucks already, so that's going to cause tempers to flare. There's definitely going to be some angry drivers, but we'll see how it all gets hashed out here.
All right, Nicholas Vroman. It looks like we do have some takers on pit road. I don't see the leaders coming down this early. We've only been out here at about 9 laps, but Nicholas Vroman, it looks like he might come down. Let's see what he does. All right, yeah, he is going to go ahead and bring them down pit road. So, pit stop's happening early here.
Might as well. Why not? You know, go ahead and take advantage of it now. Get you some fresh tires. I mean, you definitely didn't spend much fuel or tires, but pack it out while you can. You know, go a little farther in the race and stuff. You know, just kind of give yourself a little room, a little more strategy here. So we'll see how that works out.
All right, it looks like we did have some drivers staying out. Doug Blackman, Joshua Gillian, doing Joshua Gillian things, as always. But the first one off of pit road is going to be the 95 of Nicholas Vroman. let's see here if we can get him back down here real quick. I got him. Nicholas Froman, buddy, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you grabbed the pole out here tonight. We didn't get a chance to interview you. Started on pole. You've led already 8 laps, currently running in second right now, but caution here early on at Daytona, but it's Daytona, man. How's it feeling out there?
Car's feeling good. Really playing it. I feel like I can put it anywhere it needs to go.
Well, how's the draft? Is it?
The draft is huge here at Daytona, especially in a truck.
Yeah.
You can be really, really aggressive, and I think maybe that's where that wreck came from. People are just being a little too aggressive early on. But I got some good teammates right behind me. I got Ed Sr. and Bryce Sinisak and all them guys with me, so we're looking good.
All righty. Well, Steven, anything for Nicholas before we get him back down there to his team?
No, man, just good luck. Great pole time, and hopefully you can get that bonus point for leading the most laps.
Thank you, guys.
Uh-huh.
Got an official word on that there EOL that is happening now.
All righty, go ahead.
It will be the 21, I believe. I just forgot, brain fart. Holy cow. I believe it was the 21. It is the 21. 21 getting into the 8. 21 is receiving the EOL, who is Jeremy Clifton.
All right. The official word coming down from the admins.
Gets a little confusing in here, boy. I got a lot of stuff going on in my ear at one time.
All right. A new member supporting MaxSpeedTV, Cody Kepner out there. See that? Thank you, Cody, for that. We've got 97, 98 views here, concurrently live. 43 likes. Man, you guys are killing it again here tonight. Appreciate it. Drivers appreciates it. Stream appreciates it. MaxSpeedTV appreciates it. Man, awesome job. Well, Doug Blackman is going to be our new leader here. They really haven't used up tires, but everybody behind him came down pit road.
Yeah, not too much. Like you said, the tire game I don't think is going to be all that important. You're really not burning them up bad here. But it's definitely going to come down to that fuel game. That fuel game is going to be the game changer. And we'll see how everyone goes about it.
Yes, we were already, Steven. Well, we're double file, ready to go back green flag racing. Why don't you get them going this time by?
I can most definitely do that after we sit through these horrible pace laps.
Well, it's nothing compared to...
Did you run down the top 5?
I haven't yet.
Okay, I'll do that.
Go ahead.
Since I get to get them started, Might as well take all of your job. Sitting in the lead right now, you got Doug Blackman. Nicholas Vroman sitting second. Nolan Neiman third. Bryce Sinisak fourth. Pierce Moffitt fifth. That is your top 5 for this restart.
Got another member. Dennis Ansman out there in chat. Thank you, Dennis. See Rudy Cummings out there in chat as well. $102, 44 likes. 2 new members for MaxSpeedTV. Dennis, man, or Steven, man. We'll turn it back over to you, bud.
This is awesome. 102 viewers right now. How many likes we got?
Got 44.
Oh, we're busting that. We're busting 80 from last night, no problem. We are coming here to the trial. We'll just out of turn 4. Pace car is going to dive down, all 4 tires off. Waiting on he is on the loud pedal. We are green once again. That would be Doug Blackman.
Yep.
Ripping off.
Doug Blackman. He's got Nolan Neiman pushing him. On that outside, Looks like we've got a couple of, we've got a primetime guy, Nicholas Roman, the 09, Bryce Sinisak on the outside, on the backstretch here. And now if they wanted to go 3 wide, they could. It looks like we're going to go 3 wide. We got somebody there on the apron. Not sure exactly who that is. Playing the 90 Patterson out there in the 91. He has fallen all the way back to about 30th. I don't think he liked
Huge push
Yes.
going from Bryce Sinisak right now. Roman will take the lead here. I think he's trying to wait for Sinisak to clear too, so they can both tuck down there. Roman's going to lead that lap. Man, this is wild. They both tuck down and are 1-2 respectively.
All right. Right in front of the 25, the 42 on that high side. Or the 042, I should say. That is going to be Pierce Moffitt. Single file. Oh, Pierce has got some company coming in the one of Brad Slaughter. Chris Canfield getting around. 42 going to drop it right in front of that 92 of Chris Canfield. He is going to get in line. Single file.
Doug Blackman trying to make a move out there on the outside. It doesn't look like it's going to work. No one taking it with him. He is going to shuffle way back here.
Yeah, we seen the side draft last night in the ARCA series. You can get that side draft here in the trucks, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's very prevalent in these trucks. You know, maybe if you got another driver behind you helping you push and then you're getting the side draft, you know, yeah, I can see, you know, Doug getting back up there. But look, man, he is falling all the way back as the 57 of Scott Rambler there pulls it down to the inside line, getting in line, getting around the 25. Cody McFadden on that inside. Michael Atkins Jr., started 34th, currently running 14th. Orlando Rivera, Todd Cray, and it looks like Orlando in the 08, he's going to get behind the 25 of Doug Blackman. Like maybe some help and some pushing going to go on here between the 25 and the 08, but everybody else screaming to the inside. Randy Kruder, Kyle Knapp, No Hood Wasserman, as I call him. That would be Brian Wasserman. Yes, I do give nicknames. Joshua Gillian, single file throughout the field. Randy Perdue, James Haney, Casey Duncan, Jarrett Lipster, all the way back to 25th. Brad Slaughter, 26th. Scott McClendon, 27th. Joe Johnson, 28th. Zach Ogburn, 29th. And Blair Patterson right now in 30th. But everybody else, man, everybody else, you know, 5 laps or so down. Looks like Rick Christensen has taken his car. No, Rick Christensen is the last driver on the lead lap here.
You know, I really hate to bring this up, but I believe your pick is might be down and out for the night here.
Elvis Rankin, yeah, sitting on pit road. Man, I hate it. Getting his start here tonight, that is not what you want to see.
Tough start for some of these guys here tonight, man. Definitely not what we wanted to see. You know, 7 laps in, tearing up trucks. It makes it for a tough night, and especially guys getting taken out that early. That's rough.
Yes, it is rough, Steven. Well, single file here, so not really a whole lot of action going on through the field. I think right now they're just wanting to get some of these laps wound down. 95 laps here. Yeah, it's a long race, and of course with the hiccup there with the previous lobby, you know, it kind of got a late start. So wanting to get these laps wound down, the 00 of Nick Hunt on that outside, 8 laps down right now. We're wrecking. Oh, good save. Oh, the 40 getting loose there, 3 wide. 4 wide if you count that number 40 there of Joshua Gillian. on the apron there. It was kind of 4 wide, but he was on the apron. Man, what a save, though.
Can't believe I missed it. So hard to keep track of these guys, man. There's 43 cars, you know. It's hard to jump driver, and try and see everything going on.
Yeah, it's definitely different. All right, well, it looks like we see Todd Cray on the outside, followed by the Northern Capital 48. That is going to be Curtis Vollmer. We got some side-by-side action going on around Todd Cray, about 14th to 16th back here. The 80 of Randy Kruder on the inside. The 12 there of Kyle Knapp also on the inside. We do got that side-by-side. Ooh, the 3 of Michael Atkins Jr. Looks like he got a little pushed up there. Maybe got sucked in almost to that 22.
Man, it's really good to see these two guys here working on the outside. Vollmer's pretty tore up on that back end, but it definitely doesn't look like it's hurting him too much. I'm really surprised.
Wow, still single file. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep an eye on the action. I think right now where the action is with the 22. They're coming up on the 57 of Rambler.
Tight little squeeze there for Cray and Vollmer as they go around. I believe it was Nick Hunt on the outside, trying to let these lead cars go on about their business.
All right, action back here with the 1, Brad Slaughter Jr. This back of the field here, kind of mid-pack. The mid-pack is, going to go, they are starting to go too wide, but man, look at the run. Brad Slaughter Jr. with the 55 of Haney, and Scott McClendon got there. They got around the 57 quick. But we are starting to get a little wind here, folks. So them storms, they are coming. But we'll be here for as long as we can.
Slaughter making it happen again here on the outside of Vollmer, trying to pick that spot up as well. Hopefully these two can go with him and he can get that push he needs. They're going to pick up Todd Cray here in a minute up. Cray is going to drop it back down in line in front of Vollmer and stay single file here. Vollmer with a huge shove into the back of Cray. Got him a little sideways, but he was able to hang on and keep it down there. Slaughter with this run again.
Yeah,
that is
man.
Incredible.
Yeah, and he's got a gap there with the 55 of James Haney and the 51 there of Scott McClendon. But, man, Brad Slaughter, he's just that side draft. Man, he's stealing it. We're going to go 3 wide here as they come up to the 38 there. That is going to be Dwayne, or 39, sorry. Dwayne Dunn, like the 38, but let's get back up here to Slaughter. Checking up on the front field here. Still single file. Nicholas Froman, Bryce Sidisak, Nolan Neiman, Edward Morris Sr., James Thorndike. And then we got some side-by-side action. Yeah, yet again. Here we go. Brad Slaughter Jr. on the outside. Man. Started 35th, and he's currently running in 5th right now.
Looks like Moffitt and Vollmer here are going to try and catch up with this Slaughter pack, and Todd Cray going to jump out there with them. This could be a big run. 6 drivers together, they all get together and get running, man. It could be a huge push to the front.
sent some side-by-side action for the lead. Brad Slaughter Jr. on the outside. Vroman on the inside. Been out here at about 15, 16 laps. Still laps at about 26 to 32, I would say. They're going to go take it 3 wide to get around 00 of Nick Hunt there. And Brad Slaughter Jr. going to lead his first lap here tonight as they make their way into turn 1. Around lap traffic again. 44 in the 00 that time. Gary Wells and Nick Hunt, oh, looked like they had some problems. Boy. Single file getting around the lap cars. But Brad Slaughter Jr. to the lead.
Now he's got a big decision. Stay there with the guys that pushed him to the front or drop down. What will he do here?
Well, he's not going to be able to drop down as Nicholas Vroman goes back to the lead. Coming through the tri-oval. Nicholas Vroman going to lead this a lap. I think if I was the one of Brad Slaughter Jr., I would stay right in front of that 55 of James Haney, as well as the number 51 there of Scott McClendon. As you've got a train behind you now with Pierce Moffitt, Todd Cray, and the 48 of Curtis Vollmer. So you've got a stack of trucks on that second line. I would stay up there if I was Brad Slaughter. I'd try to bring as many of those drivers with me as I possibly could.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to leave those guys out there high and dry who took you to the front, you know. And as he drops off, you know, their draft's going to get a little worse as they lose cars. The more cars you can pack into that draft, the better. The faster they'll go, and we'll see how this goes. See how his decision making is.
Still keeping an eye here. How about we go on a nose of the 55 of James Haney here. We're looking at a
huge push from Sinisak here. He's going to take Sinisak up in front of Slaughter with him. That inside line getting a very big push.
Yeah, it is. Going to go on Bryce Sinisak now on the nose. Oh, move the camera up for everybody to take a look. This is the nose of the truck. We can take a look at the right front here as well for everybody. Just some different camera angles.
I don't know what happened there, man. That outside line just lost all of its momentum. Guys starting to file back into the bottom line. Haney in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it did.
They left Slaughter out there to dry. That's pretty rough.
Yeah, Brad Slaughter. Now he's going to drop it right behind Curtis Vollmer. Now they are at about 19 to 20 laps on a run. They could be getting ready for green flag pit stops here coming up, I would say, within the next 6 or 7 laps. Of course, I'm not down there, but that's kind of what I'm figuring. Here comes the 99 of Jarrett Lipscher. He's on the outside of Brian Wasserman in that Pac-Man 77. Jarrett gonna make the pass. Jarrett's getting that side draft off of the inside trucks. Down side by side with the 08 of Orlando Rivera as they get around the 28 there.
Yeah, I'm looking back here. Zach Ogburn on back. Zach Ogburn, Patterson, Duncan, Gillen, Purdue, Johnson, and that's it, Johnson. They have their own little pack going, about 22 seconds off the leaders here.
Yeah. A little
I think
different.
this crew is just kind of buying their time until something happens, and they're going to pounce.
Yep. 95 viewers here, 51 likes, 96 viewers. We appreciate everybody out there. If you are new to MaxSpeedTV, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell to turn on notifications. It'll let you know when MaxSpeedTV goes live for all the broadcasts we do here at MaxSpeedTV. Also, please share the broadcast on your social media accounts, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and if you still haven't, MySpace. Get it out there. Get it out there to as many people as you possibly can. I see some great racing on iRacing. I personally don't watch real NASCAR. I get my racing fix by calling races here on iRacing, and that's what I enjoy. So, but single file out here on the track, Steven. Not, yet again, much action going on. We do see the 92 Chris Canfield fall back behind the 77 of Brian Wasserman. That's really about it right now.
You got Dwayne Dunn, who's a lap down, leading the pack here with Lipstruer and Knapp trying to keep in their draft. Looks like Lipstruer and Dwayne Dunn are trying to make it happen, make something happen here. And man, even lap traffic can help you, make you a breaky here.
Yes, it can. Still fighting and battling. Well, really more single file. I think, like I said, it's the product of, wanting to wind down the laps and also maybe getting ready for some green flag pit stops here. I would say in about 3 or 4 laps. But it looks like we've got some drivers coming down pit road as we speak. Yes, we do. James Thorndike down pit road. Alan Hilton, Todd Cray, Patrick D. Yep, green flag pit stops happening right now. I think maybe some strategy too.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You just never know. You never know what these guys are doing. Some of them have live crew chiefs, live spotters, so they could be in their ear. They could be digging strategy right now. It's wild.
All right, so now we're going to have to watch when the next group comes in and kind of see. It looks like the 56 of Keith Haney, the 55 of James Haney coming in, as well as the Well, alrighty, folks, a little bit of a hiccup there. Mother Nature wanted to put her 2 cents in, but we're back at it. We got it covered. And we're back live here on MaxSpeedTV. I do apologize, but, you can't do nothing about storms. Steven, I left you hanging, but you were continuing to, watch the race. Unfortunately, not able to, get, that information out there. But, so, during that little break time there, as I was rushing around trying to get back up in here, what all have you seen? But I do see we have a new leader, Bryce Sinisak up front.
Yeah, just a new leader, a couple position changes, but good news is no action was missed. So rest assured, it's just been pretty much single file. We've had a couple out here and there, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah, all right. Well, like I said, I do apologize. I do apologize, of course, to the Northern Capital Truck Series sponsor here, Northern Capital. But I think they understand, and when it happens like that, you just, there's really nothing you can do. But thankfully, our electric just flashed, went off and they came right back on. But I did have to wait for the internet and stuff to come back up. But we're back at it here. Man, I hate it that I missed some of it, but well, it is what it is. But we'll get back to calling it here. We still looks like 56, 55 watching out there here. And thank you, everybody that has stuck in, here tonight. But right now, a whole lot of nothing, I should say, on the track. Single file. We was having the green flag pit stops before that happened. Steven, did you see anything out of the ordinary? Because I lost all my stats, unfortunately.
Yeah, no problems, pits. Everything looked pretty good. No sliders, no spinners. So pretty clean pit stops there. Good round. We'll see where these next ones are.
All right, lap 52 of 95. How many laps did I miss?
20, 15, 20 maybe?
Oh, okay, all right. Unfortunately, that's part of it. But still single file here throughout the track. Well, let's go ahead and go down through the field here. I'm going to run down through the top 10. We'll let Steven do 11 through 20. Bryce Sidisak currently running up in the top spot. Nicholas Roman in second. Noah Neiman in third. Todd Gray fourth. James Thorndike in fifth. Alan Hilton sixth. Patrick Nee in seventh. Randy Kruger now in eighth. Keith Haney and James Haney ninth and 10th, respectively. Steven.
We got Jared Lipshaw sitting 11th. Brad Slaughter Jr. sitting 12th. Scott McClendon 13th, Cody McFadden 14th, Michael Atkins Jr. 15th, Curtis Vollmer 16th, Kyle Knapp 17th, Orlando Rivera 18th, Brian Wasserman 19th, and Ed Moore Sr. rounding out your top 20.
All right, Edward Moore Sr. back here in 20th. Started third, but it looks like he is okay. It doesn't look like he's got any damage or anything on the number 14 there. So I look forward to seeing him probably surge back up to the front as these latter laps, subside here. We're over halfway here tonight. So, man. Well, how about we go ahead and do this? Since Mother Nature wanted to put her 2 cents in, these guys are single file. Let's go ahead and do the MaxSpeedTV crank it up here tonight. What do you say there, Steven?
Let's get it done.
All right, crank it up here tonight on MaxSpeedTV. Alrighty, folks. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the Crank It Up cam there. Yeah, still getting some weather over here. Losing a little bit of frames, but not too bad. I tell you one thing, that lighting is horrible here, but we're gonna hang tight. We're gonna go ahead and do this, but hopefully everybody enjoyed the Crank It Up cam there. Bryce Sitasak still holding on to that top spot, Steven.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm sitting back here watching these lap cars battle it out. Josh Gillen and Zach Ogburn side by side right now, and then you got Joe Johnson a little farther ahead in the field. They're trying to battle out for this lucky dog spot here, so it's a pretty fun battle to watch.
Oh yeah, lucky dog position is just about as important as being in the lead, because you could get back on that lead lap if a caution was to come out. You know, Joe Johnson right now setting up in that lucky dog position, but you know, he does have, like you said, Joshua Gillen, who is on that outside line. He is gunning for that number 18 machine, and he's only about 4 truck lengths behind him if you put 4 trucks there on that outside. So he is coming, but can he get up to the number 18 of Joe Johnson?
He's making a big push here. I think he's getting ready to come up on Joe Johnson now. He is on the outside of Joe Johnson now, so we've got a pretty good battle for this lucky dog spot.
Yes, we do. What's that number 40 going to do? He's going to dive up behind the 18. Try to get that draft off the 18 to get him up there to him. And I suspect that number 40 is going to get a good run on that outside line. Can he keep that momentum? Into 3 and 4. Boy, look at that 91 of Blair Patterson up there. Blair Patterson is 2 laps down. We've got green flag pit stops here already happening. So probably a good thing I went ahead and done that Crank It Up cam, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And Josh Gillen just took the lucky dog spot away from Joe Johnson. Gonna drop it down in front of.
Oh, that was close.
Pretty close.
Man.
That 18 machine, and he is sitting in the lucky dog spot.
Yes, he is. 55 likes here tonight. Thank you, everybody. It looks like 56 likes here tonight. We do have currently 74 people watching. Man, awesome job yet again by everybody that is just coming back, as well as just tuning in. James Thorndike off pit road. Alan Hilton off pit road. Patrick D off pit road. Looks like Todd Cray, Orlando Rivera, Brian Wasserman all on pit road. Here comes a big group down pit road. Good Lord.
Those boys just trying to keep it together.
Wow, that was a huge group. Nicholas Roman, pretty much the top 13 all come down pit road at once. Edward Morris Sr. staying out. Going to move up a couple of positions here with Doug Blackman behind him. And that number 25. Doug Blackman now back on the lead lap. But these guys will have to pit. I would say probably. And I know. We've got a caution.
Trouble coming off of pit road.
Oh, off of pit road. Yes, it was. And we're going to go back and take a look at it. On the MaxSpeedTV replay, and it looked like Curtis Vollmer might have been involved in this. A fighting for position, the 57 to the inside. You know, this is under green. Oh, right there off of pit road. Coming down into the turn. The 57 and the 49. Or 48, excuse me, make contact. That skins the 48 up into the outside wall. And then Blair Patterson nowhere to go. Got to make contact with Curtis Vollmer. Heavy damage going to be coming to the 48, as well as the 91 on this caution here. Boy, Curtis, engine blown, but that kind of worked out in favor there of Edward Morris Sr. and Doug Blackman there, staying out and waiting for that pace car. And there it is. So that really kind of played in their wheelhouse here.
The 5 of Randy Perdue just barely being able to lock that thing down hard enough to keep from smashing from T-boning Vollmer there.
Oh. Well, it looks like Edward Moore Sr. going to come down after my stats saying 62 laps. I highly doubt that is the case, but he is going to come down pit road. That's going to give the lead up to Nicholas Vroman. And I think Doug Blackman going to be going to go around the pace car. Looks like we do have some more takers down pit road. Kyle Knapp having to back up. Edward Moore Sr. on pit road. Oh, I can catch up too. Looks like Cody McFadden just now coming off of pit road. Alan Hilton. Wow. Well, what do you say we go ahead and get an interview in, shall we?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, let's see here. We'll go ahead and see if we can get him up here. All right, Austin Hill, buddy, got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, Austin, your first race here at Extreme, not what you wanted here tonight, but are you having fun out there?
Oh, yeah, I'm having a blast, man. Yeah, I hate it. I had a little bit of technical difficulties early in the race, and it kind of set me back a few laps. So just trying to stay out of all the wrecks and finish all the laps. But I'm having a blast, man. It's going to be a fun season with you guys.
Oh, it is. Well, not everybody knows who you are, so to let everybody, I'm going to let you do the honors of telling them who you are real quick.
All right. So, yeah, I drive in the NASCAR Gander Outdoors Truck Series and the number 16 truck for Hattori Racing Enterprises. So this is my second year running with them, and we're actually the points leader right now. So hopefully when we get back racing, we can keep that points lead and have a good year.
All right, well, I bet you're ready for NASCAR to actually start, but in the meantime, you're going to race it up here at Extreme. Glad to have you, buddy. But, hey, man, not the race you wanted out here tonight. We got a long season ahead of us, Austin, so don't give up, buddy. Good luck. And, man, hey, roll it until it blows, right?
That's right, man. Yeah, but like I said, thanks for everybody for having me on board, and I'm having fun. Even though I'm 6 laps down, I'm still having some fun. And man, I hate having technical difficulties like I did. Have a brand new PC, and I ended up having some issues with it early in the race. So hopefully get that fixed before tomorrow night when I run the Xfinity race.
All righty, buddy. Well, good luck to finish it out here tonight, man. And it ain't over. Hey, you could get back on the lead lap, but we don't know. So good luck, Austin.
Yep. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, now everybody knows who he is.
Absolutely, man. That's awesome to have.
It is.
Have that viewing, or have such a prestigious league that you have real drivers driving in this league. It's an honor to be a part of, and it's great that we have that kind of viewing.
Yeah, it is, man. I'm honored myself, just to call somebody's name like that, and Cale Gale races over here at Extreme. Everybody knows who Cale Gale is. That's awesome in itself. But there's a lot of drivers out here in Extreme that don't race in real life, and this is their real life racing. And man, they're just as good as some of these real life drivers. I've seen it, and it's amazing the platform here at iRacing and what it brings.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's amazing. Is this pace car gonna drop these lights here?
Yes, it is. You must not be live. But Nicholas Froman is going to be on the outside, going to get him going. Jarrett Litster going to be behind him. Bryce Sidisak going to be on the inside line. Leader has lane choice on starts and restarts. Well, on restarts. So Nicholas has chosen that outside line here. Steven going on to the back stretch. It's not a bad line, but we've seen that low line probably be the dominant factor, I would say, for the most part.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, you can get that high line rolling just as well. It's just about getting the guys to commit and go with you. Either line is gonna move. You know, whichever line has more tucked up is gonna move faster, and it just takes getting that set of guys to join you up there and stay up there with you, push you on through. And I mean, you can make that high line faster than the lower line.
Yeah, you can. I ain't gonna say you can't. Well, coming into 4 here. David, get him going here. Coming to lap 66.
I think you get the honors. You missed a couple laps. It's your turn now.
Oh, my turn. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and do them then. Well, that pace car is going to make its dive off to the safety of pit road. Nicholas, I'm going to choose the outside. Once all 4 tires are off, Nicholas can go at any time. He does not have to wait for the green flag. He is on the loud pedal, and the green flag is back out here tonight for round number 1 of the Northern Capital Truck Series here. Coming to lap 66 of 95.
And another big thing with these restarts, you definitely don't want to go. You don't want to take off long before the pack, because you lose that draft up front. You're getting shuffled back. You're done.
Yes. Ooh, the 99, Jarrett Litster, get a little loose there. It's losing some ground here as the 80 gets around Randy Kruder. Here comes James Haney. I think James trying to get up there with Keith Haney. I don't know if that's father and son or brothers. I want to say it's father and son, but I could be wrong. And again,
we're always wrong every now and again.
Then again, they could be no relation, but I think they are related.
It's always fun to see these guys, like father, son, brothers, team up and race in these leagues. Man, it is awesome to see how well they work together and they mesh on these tracks.
Oh, yeah. Off the Cunner out there in chat. Yeah, we're back. Just kind of going through the field here. Alan Hilton on the inside. Back here at around 13th. Still running kind of where he started. I'm watching that number 3 on the outside. Now it looks like go to the middle here. We're going to go 3 wide. Oh, that number 3, I believe it is. That's the 3. Michael Atkins Jr. on the outside there. Pushing the number 14 of Edwin Morris Sr.
Yeah, those guys are trying hard to make something happen here. I just don't know if those 2 cars are going to make it work with this road they have inside.
I think they need a couple more trucks out there on that outside line to get that momentum going.
Eric Talent in chat says it's father-son.
It's father-son, all right.
Hopefully I said Eric's name correctly.
Eric Talent? Yeah. All right. Well, still single file up toward the front. Really the only side-by-side action is Edward Morris Sr. with the 22. Todd Cray on the inside. The number 3 of Atkins Jr. The number 2 of Alan Hilton. And the side-by-side action going on back here as well. 92 of Chris Canfield now to the inside of the 40 of Joshua Gilly. And here comes the 16 there as well. That is going to be Austin Hill to the inside. Boy, Joshua on the outside. It looks like he might drop it behind Austin.
Ed Morris and Michael Atkins getting a big run there off the 4.
Well, we'll go back up here and watch this battle. Looks like they're going to get some more help on that outside. Look at the 55 jumping up there. James Haney. Oh, that 14 Getting squirrely. Hang on to it, Ed.
159 James Thorndike jumping up there in that line as well.
All right, well, let's go to James Thorndike
Gray
here.
and Alan Hilton also jumping up there to
Yeah.
join those guys.
Getting more and more trucks on that high line. 93, Patrick D. Doug Blackman also back on the lead lap up there on that high line. Boy, side-by-side action, and they're getting squirrely. Look at Nolan Neiman. He's going to the high side. And we're going to, oh, man, these guys are making me nervous up here.
Thorndike drops it back down to the low
Oh.
line. Nolan Neiman's hunting for that lead. He wants it.
Khalil Gillen, Thursday is Cup. Tomorrow night is the Xfinity. Little bit of a rundown. They've got, bumping action. Oh, Edward Morris Sr., 14. Dorabane in the 55 there. James Haney.
Wow, that could have been catastrophic.
Yes, it could have. All right, still watching that battle though closely because we have already seen these drivers, jump from the outside to the inside to the outside to the inside. Right now they're pretty much on the inside again. And about 3 more laps, Steven. We're going to be at that halfway mark here tonight. Or not halfway mark, 20 to go here tonight. Wow, I'm going backwards here.
I think that power outage got to you.
Yeah, I think it did. Well, alrighty, a big shout out to all the fans out there here tonight. Concurrent 90 right now, 62 likes. We've got 2 new members sponsored MaxSpeedTV being a part of the team here. Thank you for that. And appreciate all the fans out there for tuning in and those that just stayed with us during that moment there. But yeah, a great side-by-side action going on the track right now, Steven. Under 20, though, we know it gets, as I like to say it gets extreme.
Oh, absolutely, man. It's surprising me how well Ed Morris, Senior, Mike Atkins Jr. are making this outside line work with just the 2 of them, man. They are making huge runs.
Yeah, Michael, staying a little bit back, though, keep some air into that radiator. We don't talk about it, but these trucks, they will overheat really quickly. Well, David Myers is picking Austin Hill to win the championship in the Truck Series for Extreme. Not a bad pick. Interesting pick, to be honest. Man, look at Edward Morris Sr., Steven.
That's what I'm saying, man. That group is making it happen. That duo is busting tail right now. And with only 2 of them.
Yeah, just 2 of them. They lose it. They lose the momentum into the corners. But look, on the back stretch and through the tri-oval, they really pick up the momentum together for sure. Well, coming to the line here this time by, we're going to be set at 20 laps remaining. 63 likes here this evening. As they come through.
Let's get it to 90.
90 likes here as Nolan Neiman gets below the line there. Gets a little bit loose.
I think we could make 90 happen.
I think we could crack 100. I think we can crack 100 likes here tonight. I really do.
That would be amazing.
All right. Nicholas Roman led 14 laps. Edwin Morris Sr. still fighting hard on the outside with Michael Atkins Jr., Bryce Sittisak. 19 to go that time by. And as I said, it gets extreme here, under 20. We see some kind of some shuffling back here. Looks like the 2 of Alan Hilton going to drop it low, as well as the 22 of Todd Cray. Jarrett Lipster. Now Doug Blackman stuck there on the outside. The 18. That is going to be
I think the
Joe
dog,
Johnson. What's that, Steven?
I said I think the dog just told us.
Yep. Now she put in her 2 cents in.
Boy, you just got everyone putting 2 cents in tonight. You're gonna be rich.
But Joe Johnson there on the inside, and they're getting squirrely up for the front here as well. Trying to dodge some lap cars here. They are staying high.
It is a lot of fun right now. A lot of 2-wide racing. We got Matt Alverson battling outside of Zach Ogburn here. Alverson gonna drop it in behind Ogburn. Doug Blackman in the back of this top line. Top line looks to be making a big move here. Nolan Neiman put it back up in front of Ed Morris Sr. See if he can get him a little push to the front. Vroman's still leading. Vroman has been dominant here tonight.
Yes, he has. Now, I've only got him led, unfortunately, with ATVO crashing and the internet and all that other good stuff. I've only got him led 17 laps. I'm not going to have the actual number of laps he's led, unfortunately. We'll just have to wait and see, at the end. Back here at around Michael Atkins Jr. He's got Alan Hilton behind him. Oh, man, 16 to go, Steven.
You have 7 cars packed up here on this outside line. 6 cars now trying to make something happen. 6 cars is a pretty good pack, man. You can get some speed with that. Nolan Neiman a little indecisive on what he wants to do up there.
Yeah, just a little bit. I think right now what he needs to do is just hold that low line. I think that's what he needs to do. Are they going to be able to make it on fuel?
Well, now he has no choice because Atkins has overtaken him for that spot. Hilton on the outside of him as well.
15 to go. That time by. They've been out here at about 20 laps. I don't think they can make it on fuel. I think they're going to have to come in for a splash and go.
I don't know. I guess we're going to see who's going to give it a shot and who ain't.
All right, 90 concurrent right now, 69 likes. Thank you, everybody. Winding down the final laps here this evening. To go. I know
now,
what happened.
It might get a little wild.
I believe we might see some action back here. 3 wide, and they're shuffling. They're going all over the place back here mid-pack. Oh! They were just going everywhere.
I don't think they knew where they were going.
Oh, man. Michael Atkins Jr. on the high side by his lonesome. There ain't going to be any takers out there. No, he's going to squeeze it down there on the inside. Well, I think we might have to see a round of pit stops. Now Atkins Jr. looking to the inside of Nolan Neiman. Not going to be able to do it that time by.
Michael Atkins Jr. has a 30-position swing right now, 34th to 4th. James Haney, 42nd to 6th.
Wow!
Some big movers, and that just goes to show you that's super speedway racing right there.
Yes, it is. I do not think they can make it on fuel. They've been out here 22 laps. We've got 13 to go. Coming around to make it 12 to go this time by. Oh, we have some people. Yep, we have pit takers. They can't make it on fuel. They're going to have to come in for a splash and go. I don't think you take tires. I think you get full fuel and you get back out on track. You cannot
Absolutely,
waste any time.
Absolutely, pack that thing. I mean, I wouldn't even pack it. Maybe, half tank or so should take. Well, no, I'd probably pack it.
I'd pack it. 75% fuel is what Extreme runs, and I would just pack it full. That's what I would do. Don't take tires. Just go ahead and fill it up. That way you know you can make it. Even with the one green-white checkered attempt that they do have here, you know you can make it.
More coming down pit road here.
Yep. Oh, Brian locking it down. Good save there by No Hood Wasserman. I don't think that nickname's going to stick with the 77, though. I like him in the Dos Equis machine.
I don't know, man. It's going to be even tougher now. These guys are taking these green flag stops, kind of breaking the field up a little bit here. Some of these guys might lose the draft, and they're going to be in trouble.
All right, Nicholas Roman, Bryce Sinisak, Nolan Neiman, Michael Atkins Jr., Edward Moore Sr. is your top 5 right now, as we do have some green flag pit stops happening with fuel. I'm sure fuel only. Take a look at it here for the most part. Yeah, it is fuel only. 10 to go. Now we're going to see, I'm sure, some blocking. Under 10 to go. It is allowed, but there's a rule set on that either, and I don't have it pulled up, unfortunately, or I would read it off to you. You can block, but remember, if you cause the caution while blocking, you will be penalized for it. It's pretty much a breakdown, right, Steven?
Yeah, that's basically it, and that would hurt at this point of the race.
Nine laps remaining. We've talked about him a lot here tonight. Here he comes, Brad Slaughter Jr. on the outside, bringing a teammate, the 51 of Scott McClendon. Look at the run them two got.
That is an intense run. Let's see. I believe these leaders still have to pit.
Brad Slaughter Jr. and Scott McClendon, 24 stint, 23 stint run. And here comes Nicholas Roman and company coming down pit road. Get it slowed down, guys. Come on, be careful. And they did. Good job by everybody. Well, that was a good pack, too. Coming down. The Haney's coming down. James and Keith. Randy Kruder, Edward Morris Sr., Jarrett Lipster, Bryce Sinisak, Nicholas Vroman. Now that leaves Brad Slaughter Jr. and Scott McClendon out there. I do not think. No, they are coming down pit road this time by Slaughter Jr. and Scott McClendon. Going to give the lead up to Doug Blackman. Doug Blackman, he's going to lead his first lap here tonight. Unfortunately, don't get a bonus point for it, Steven, but hey, leading a lap is leading a lap, right?
I mean, it's the biggest race of the year to a lot of people. So, I mean, leading a lap at the biggest race of the year, that's a feat in itself.
All right, Brad Slaughter Jr. and Scott McClendon coming off of pit road. 6.4 seconds for Scott McClendon, 6.1 for Brad Slaughter Jr., but they have got company with a 12 of Kyle Knapp and company coming around right now. They are going to lose positions there as Kyle Knapp goes into second place. He's going to run down Doug Blackman here momentarily. Doug Blackman not coming down pit road this time by. He's going to take 6 to go.
He's trying to get as many of those laps as he can wound down up front.
.168 miles per hour out of the draft for the number 25 Doug Design Machine. Doug Blackman, get back here. Oh, Kyle Knapp and them now coming down pit road. They had to come down pit road. So that going to give Brad Slaughter Jr. and Scott McClendon second and third back again.
Don't know if waiting that long to come down is what you wanted to do, but we'll see how it works out for him.
All right, Brad Slaughter Jr., Doug Blackman on pit road, Brad Slaughter Jr., Scott McClendon. If they can get back around, which they will, as they come through the tri-oval now, coming through lap traffic, they are going to retake the lead over Doug Blackman.
You got a big wreck on the front stretch.
Oh! Oh, yeah, big wreck. And the caution is going to fly. Oh, Dwayne Dunn involved. Oh! And, yes, a big wreck. That's going to change things up here.
There went my pick. So disappointing.
All right, well, we're going to be on Dwayne Dunn here. We've got to see where this all started. I don't know exactly where it started. Oh, right there with a 92. And the 40. Oh, the 40 of Joshua Gillian and the 92 of Chris Canfield. Let's get on a chase view here and take a look at what happened. Gonna get a better look at this from a different angle. Oh, right there it was. Contact the 40 and the 92. That's gonna send the 92 up into the 22. And like he was talking about, a big wreck. That's what started and initiated. We see the 39 to the 22 going around. We're all over it. Oh, the 87 T-boning the 22 there. The 4 also going to get a piece of the action as well. We get on to Dwayne Dunn here. Right there, contact made again. That was the 44 MaxSpeedTV machine getting a piece of the 39. The 87 also engine damage. So a late caution here. That's going to set up the one and only green-white checkered.
Yeah, man, this is gonna make for a wild time. My pick got taken out there, man. That's a tough break. Tough break.
A tough break. Alrighty, well, I don't interview anybody under 10 to go, and I don't interview anybody under green-white checkered to 10. So this is going to be our first And one and only, basically, green, white, checkered attempt here tonight. It'll end one way or the other. It'll end either under caution, which we don't want to see, or it'll end under green flag racing.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's going to be fun if they take the white, though. It's no holds barred from there on out.
Well, I got a question for you, Steven. Very difficult question. You're leading. You got your teammate behind you. Going to be starting either on the inside or the outside of you in second. Kind of like where Brad Slaughter and Scott McClendon sits right now. All right? If you are pushing your teammate, you take the white flag, there is no caution, you're coming out of 4. You're behind your teammate. Do you help push your teammate to the win, or do you pull out and try to steal the win from your teammate?
You know, that's a tough question, man, and I've asked a lot of people the same thing. I'd like to say a teammate pushes a teammate, we'll take a 1-2, big whoop-de-doo, 1-2, our team is still solid. On the other hand, it's the white flag at Daytona, brother. It's no holds barred from here on out. I think teams go out the window. If it were me and the outside were clear, why not pressure him for the win?
Why not? Why not pressure them for the win? All right, well, we're going to be coming around again. It looks like the pace car lights are not going to go off. I imagine they'll go off next time. Bye. So a quick commercial break, folks. We will be right back. Well, alrighty, folks. We are back here. A little bit of a quick commercial break. 70 likes here tonight. We got 98 watching. Man, still holding strong with everybody out there. Thank you all again for tuning in. We're coming down to the one and only green and white checkered attempt as the pace car lights are off. It looks like Brad Slaughter Jr. has taken that inside line. That's going to put Scott McClendon on the outside, and you can bet 1 and 2 are communicating in TeamSpeak together as we speak.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is a very important time for those guys to be talking. You just got to know what's going on, who's going when you're going to be able to drop. It's going to be wild. It's always fun to see teammates 1 and 2, see how everything plays out. But I hope to see McClendon poke his nose out there at the end, coming off 4, or whenever he decides to make his jump and race his teammate clean to the finish, and hopefully we can see a pretty good finish here.
Well, I think we're going to see it. We see these two leaders here in the Abruzzi machines. Both of these drivers for Virtual Racing Alliance. That would be VRA for short. So if you hear me say VRA, that's Virtual Racing Alliance. Man, I think it's going to come down to a battle of the teammates up front. If everything works out in their favor, of course, because you still got a lot of fast guys behind them. Nicholas Vroman, Bryce Sinisak, Michael Atkins Jr., Randy Kruger, Jarrett Lipster, and the Haneys back there with them. Oh, buddy, coming out of 4 this time by. Pace car is going to dive off to the safety of pit road. Going to make that sharp left turn. Virtual Racing Alliance teammates up front running 1 and 2. You know they're communicating they can go at any time. The leader is on the loud pedal. Green flag is out. We are underway here. Good jump by the VRA boys out front. Scott McClendon going to drop it directly behind his teammate, Brad Slaughter Jr., making her way into turn number 1.
They are followed very closely there. There they got broken up. They are now broken up.
Yes, they are.
Fall back.
On the back stretch here, can they make it to the white flag? Nicholas Froman back up in this second. Our pole sitter breaking up the teammates. The 51 on the outside. Scott McClendon falling backwards. Brad Slaughter Jr. doing everything he can to keep that 95 behind him. Out of 4, here we go. Coming across the stripe here tonight. Going to take the white flag. 1 to go here tonight. Cautions no more, and they are wrecking. Oh, Brad Slaughter Jr. going to get involved. There is no more cautions.
Nolan Neiman.
They got to race it to the end. Nolan Neiman up front.
Keith Haney reeling him in tight.
Yes, he is. Keith Haney. Side by side. This is going to be for the win here. Keith Haney, Nicholas Vroman coming out of 4. Side drafting, bumpers, banging, door banging. Who's going to get it? Oh, it's going to be a photo finish here, folks. Photo finish. Who is going to win it? Here's I believe it was the 56 of Keith Haney. Wow, what a photo finish. Let's go back and get a side view of this finish here between Keith Haney and Nicholas Vroman here.
Nolan Neiman. Keith Haney and Nolan Neiman, 0.02 of a second separating.
All right, well, we're on a side view here of Keith Haney on the outside. Watching this replay here to see who won. I think Keith Haney did, but just barely.
My timing and scoring has Keith Haney by 0.02 of a second.
Oh my, look at that, folks. Oh my gosh, that is close. Wow. Oh man, you know what? That is going to be my interview right there, right across the line between Keith Haney and Nolan Neiman. James Haney going to cross the line in 3rd. Congratulations goes to Keith Haney on the win here tonight. Nolan Neiman in 2nd. James Haney in 3rd. Alrighty, folks, give me just a few minutes to get the top 3 up here for an interview. And, man, we got to hear from these drivers. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. folks, we are back here for the MaxSpeedTV post-race show, and we're going to interview here real quick James Haney in that number 55 machine. James Haney, buddy, get a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you're going to finish in third place here tonight, and the big one at the end happening right in front of you. First, talk about the overall racing, James, and, you know, that wreck there. How did you manage to get around it? Mike is yours, buddy.
Sir, I just closed my eyes and let that wheel go.
Just close your eyes and let the wheel go, man. Well, awesome race out there, James. Do you like super speedway racing?
Yes, sir, I do like the super speedways.
All right, James. Well, awesome finish out here tonight. I believe next week we go to, Steven, I think Las Vegas, if I'm correct. I might be wrong.
I believe that's right.
All right. What do you think about Las Vegas, James?
Oh, we can handle them 1.5s. We good.
We good to go. All righty, James. Well, any final thoughts, shout-outs, buddy, you want to give before you go celebrate third place here tonight in that Third Rock Racing 55?
Yes, sir, I want to thank all the sponsors and Mr. Rick. Hey, thanks for having me.
Well, you did an awesome job out here, James. Man, go celebrate, buddy.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night there.
You too. All right. Well, that is going to bring us here to our second place finisher. But, man, what a run by Nolan Neiman. And I believe Stephen Dean has caught up with our second place, hard fought first place finisher. Man, what a run, Nolan. Stephen, go ahead, bud.
Nolan, you got me?
Yes, sir.
Man, 0.003 of a second. That was wild. What were you thinking about when you saw Keith coming up on the side door of your truck there?
Well, I was trying to catch my breath from getting through that wreck, and then I saw him coming up, and I didn't want to throw a block on him because I felt like I probably would have ended up in the catch fence. So I figured it'd be better to take a low line through 3 and 4 and drag race it out. And I thought I had him, and it takes a while for the relative to update, and so I thought I had him, and I saw I got second, and I was super excited but super frustrated at the same time.
Yeah, I can believe it, man. Especially when you saw those 3,000s on that relative. That had to be I don't want to say a dream crusher because it's they're all tough. But yeah, man, it was an awesome finish. It was a lot of fun. How do you feel about Vegas next week?
It should be good. We typically run pretty well there, but I always look at these restrictor plate tracks as kind of my specialty, if you will. I always seem to get you up there and then something happens, and I saw that wreck happen and just took off town to the inside, and I feel like he had a pretty good run on me, and he just got it. But Vegas should be pretty good. I'm really looking forward to testing out these trucks there and seeing what we have to bring.
Absolutely, brother. Any eye closing trying to get through that wreck there?
No, just kind of just holding your breath. And I only have one screen, so I was hitting my left and right views rapidly to make sure I wasn't going to door anyone or get taken out myself. And because I think I was in like 13th place when that happened. Had a bad pit stop there in the green, and I was very fortunate to get by that. And then I saw Keith behind me. I was like, uh-oh. I thought I was in the clear, but I'm like, I have one car I got to try to beat.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Well, that was a great second place finish. Congrats on that. Any shout outs you'd like to give?
To New Marketing sponsor today, and then our team Gill Motorsports, and just happy to finish. A good start to the season, and look forward to Vegas.
Awesome, man. Well, don't go drink your sorrows tonight. Second is really solid here. So have a good one, and congrats on that second place finish.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, that is going to bring us here to our winner here tonight. Keith Haney here, pulling it out barely by 3/1000ths of a second, or 3/100ths. It was door to door. We know that, Keith. But man, talk about the racing. Talk about your, your finish there. You seen the big one happen. How did you manage to get around it? And man, we want to hear it from you, man.
Man, what a finish, right? Man, I didn't know how that thing was going to pan out, but boy, man, I had the pedal to the metal, and I knew I had my dad behind me. So, man, there was no way we weren't going to pass up the win tonight. I'm so glad to be able to talk to you tonight.
Well, Keith, man, I wasn't for sure if it was father and son or if it was, brothers. But
yes,
I was.
Sir, it is father and son. I'm the son, and my dad, he's old 60-year-old fart out here hanging with the best of them, man.
Oh, well, he races awesome as well as you do, Keith. But man, talk about the racing out here tonight, buddy. Man, it was fantastic.
Man, it was outstanding, wasn't it? I think we had 2 cautions tonight. Man, hey, I've been away from Extreme for a long time. Super proud to be back. Talked to Rick this week. I got down on my hands and knees to Rick, man, can I come back racing with you? He said, sure. So, man, we're glad to be back. I can't thank everybody at Extreme enough. And at Northern Capital, hey, thank you guys for sponsoring this thing, man. It was a blast.
Well, how was your racing? I mean, that's the thing out here tonight. It's Daytona. It's a crapshoot. Anybody can win. Even people with no hoods can win it for sure because of the racing that happens at Daytona. So, what was it like down there in traffic the whole time, battling it out, side by side, 3 wide at times?
Well, me and Dad, we usually get together before these super speedway races, and we'll say, how you want to do this thing? You want to lay in the back or you want to go to the front? And tonight we got together and we asked that question, and it was definitely kind of lay in the back and float the boat. So we floated the boat most of the race and tried to stay out of trouble. Man, it seems like every time a caution came out, it was either around me or around Dad. And man, luckily only 2 cautions came out tonight, so we didn't have to dodge much. But man, the racing was great. It was kind of strange in the trucks tonight. They didn't want to suck up and actually lock bumpers. They had like that bubble there. As you'd get close, it'd start pushing the guy in front away a little bit. The trucks did not want to overheat tonight, so I mean, you could really run them hard. But man, like you said, Talladega's a crapshoot. So to come away with the win tonight, man, I'm thankful as can be.
Well, it's not Talladega, it's Daytona, but we get you. We get what you. we get what you're saying, Keith. Well, I know we go from a 2.5 mile real quick down to a 1.5 miles. Las Vegas, I believe, is next week for round 2. How do you feel about the 1.5 miles, bud?
Man, hey, I love them. That's where tire wear can kind of come into play, and the guys who's saving the tires can kind of steal the show, maybe away from those guys that are out there giving it their all. So I'm definitely on the tire saving side. Hopefully tomorrow, next Tuesday night at Las Vegas, hopefully I can be talking to you again, man.
All righty, Keith, we'll let you go celebrate, buddy. Any final other thought shout-outs you want to give before you go celebrate the victory here tonight?
Yes, sir. Hey, thank you, everybody at MaxSpeedTV. Joshua Mellett, man, I love going and watching all the Max Speed races. Everybody at Extreme again, Rick, Ed, the admin tonight. Northern Capital, can't thank them enough again. Huge shout out to those guys. Love having them on board for this series. All the fans tuning in tonight. I know we had a hot show. Hope y'all had a good one out there, and hopefully I can talk to y'all again next week.
All righty, Keith, go celebrate, buddy. We'll see you next week, man.
All right, buddy. Talk to you soon.
Uh-huh. All righty, Steven. Well, what do you say we go down through the unofficial results, of course, pending any admin stuff they have to do. Do you have something to say?
Absolutely, man. One of these days we got to bring some of these guys up in here after the race that got involved in that wreck. I would love to hear what those guys have to say. We'll have to do it one day.
Well, I would like to hear it too, but probably wouldn't be a good idea, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I could be a little instigator, but it would be... I might have to change the YouTube channel to 18 and over.
Well, it is 18 and over. That's why we have Chad out there. That's why we have all the fans out there in chat. Because the way YouTube changed their algorithm and all that stuff. So even that's why we keep it PG here at MaxSpeedTV. We would like everybody to tune in. So
Yeah, we'll definitely have to tell him to keep it PG. But I just want to know what's running through some of those minds, man. I bet there's some mad guys and some sorry guys. You know, I mean, it'd be. I bet emotions are running high right now.
Oh, I bet they are, for sure. All right, Steven, well, let's get down here to the unofficial results here. And, man, what a race out here tonight. Keith Haney going to grab the win here tonight for round number 1 of the Northern Capital Truck Series. Congratulations to Keith. Nolan Neiman going to finish in second, but as you can see on the screen there, it was side by side, 3/100ths of a second. Right there at the line. I mean, all it would have took was that 56 to mess up somehow, and Nolan would have got it. But, man, what a run. James Haney going to finish in the third. Father and son getting one of the podiums first and third here. Orlando Rivera, good run for the 08 in fourth. Patrick D going to finish in fifth. Cody McFadden, 6th. Joe Johnson, 7th. Jarrett Lipster, 8th. Brad Slaughter Jr. having an awesome race. Unfortunately, going to finish, back toward, the 10th place. He will grab a top 10 and 9th. And Nicholas Vroman, man, wanting to get back up there. Just not enough time. He will grab a top 10 here tonight.
Heartbreak Hotel for those two. Brian Wasserman will finish 11th. Scott McClendon, 12th. Randy Kruder, 13th. James Thorndike, 14th. Ed Morris Sr., 15th. Bryce Sinisak, 16th. Holy cow, that's hard to say. Michael Atkins Jr., 17th. Doug Blackman, 18th. Kyle Knapp, 19th. And Alan Hilton rounding out your top 20.
All right, Chris Canfield, 21st. Casey Duncan, 22nd. Joshua Gillen, 23rd. Randy Purdue, 24th. Scott Rambler, 25th. Pierce Moffitt, 26th. Rick Christensen, 27th. Austin Hill, not the race he wanted either. First race of Extreme of the trucks here on iRacing. 28th here tonight. Todd Gray, 29th. Zach Ogburn in 30th. Steven, finish him out here tonight.
Dwayne Dunn, 31st. Jeremy Clifton, 32nd. Gary Wells, 33rd. Nick Hunt, 34th. Ron Shute, 35th. Curtis Vollmer, 36th. Scott Brooks, 37th. 38th to Blair Daddy Patterson. Elvis Rankin, 39th. Matt Alverson, 40th. Shane Lee, 41st. Bradley Wetzel, 42nd. And Jeff Glockner rounds out your field in 43rd.
All right, well, congratulations again goes to our winner here tonight for round 1 of the Northern Capital Truck Series, Keith Haney. Man, what a run out here tonight. Thank you all the fans for tuning in and the ones that stuck around during the moment of storm issues there. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Man, awesome job again here tonight in chat. We are growing. We're going to continue to grow here, not only on MaxSpeedTV, but Extreme and throughout what we do as well all across the board. Steven, thank you so much for joining me here tonight and, of course, this season for the Northern Capital Truck Series, bud.
Yeah, man, absolutely. It's been a blast. It's so good to be back up here with you. I've definitely missed it. Been out of the loop for a while. But I'm glad to be here, ready to call the rest of this year, and should have a good time.
All righty, folks. Well, that's going to do it here for the Northern Capital Truck Series, but we got more Daytona action here this week. We're Extreme Motorsports tomorrow night. The Rick Bell's Custom Rigs Xfinity Series. They'll pull out the Xfinity cars and take it down here on the track at Daytona. You do not want to miss that action tomorrow night, 8:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, right here on MaxSpeedTV. Myself, Joshua Medlock, Gary Wells is going to be joining us tomorrow night here in the booth. So, until tomorrow night, folks, stay safe and have a good night.